Oh, what happened to my sound? Shoot. Did I hit something on here? I don't have any sound.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. If for any reason I lose audio, you can't hear me, so whoever's talking, just kind of wave so I can see it on the box up here, who, that I lost audio. Basically, what I was just asking, has anybody run any paid ads through Campaigns in Command yet?
No. That's why I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know if anybody was dabbling around, had different mixed results, played with it. I've run a couple here and there. Haven't done any, in the last couple of weeks since this all started, but I heard that there's a lot of mixed results with people getting a lot of impressions and a lot of leads, and then people getting a lot of impressions and no leads. And then we'll explain what that is as we go through the process. But I want to go over how you are able to make, create, and edit your ads for Facebook in Command. So what you're going to do is when you log into Command, you have this column on the left-hand side with all the categories of where you can go. You're going to Campaigns. And then for Facebook ads, for the ads specifically, not for posts, social posts, you're going to Paid Ads, right? So when you click on Paid Ads, it'll bring you to that same tab where, that's kind of where it defaults to when you come into this area anyway. Any ads that you have already run will be listed in this area. You'll be able to preview what the ad looked like, the status of the ad, if it's active, completed, how long it went for, how long it would take you if you were to run that ad for 1 month, the cost per click average, right? So how many people clicked on it, and essentially the total that you spent divided by the amount of clicks it was, how many, what the price was for each click for somebody to check out your ad. The cost per lead captured. So this is how much it costed, how much it cost for however many leads you got. Some of them you're going to do better. You can see that you can get them as cheap as 38 cents per lead. And a max right here that I have was almost $5 per lead. Now, according to other websites and data and surveys, the cost per lead can be $20, $30, $40, $50 or more when you're paying through other sources for leads. So you can see where the savings adds up, right? So yes, you may spend a $5 for an ad, right? But you're getting, I spent a total of $5 here. And actually this was 15, but I deleted 2 of them because they were false information, given. So, you can see where that adds up, right? It's pennies, literally.
Ted, can I ask a question?
Sure, what's up?
Did you, were they actual viable leads?
Some of them were. So some of the, regardless, you're getting the person's name, right? You're getting their email address and telephone number. And then
Okay.
with the other classes that I do, like smart plans, you can add that person to a smart plan, right? So let's say, theoretically, you log on to an ad, you put in your information and to get the list or to get the information, but you're not necessarily interested, right? Somebody may be texting or emailing you and you may not necessarily be doing anything with it, but deleting it for the time being, right? But when that time in date comes around where you think that information is going to be viable to you and that email comes over, you're more likely now to reply to that person, hey, you know what, I am actually interested in that now, right? It could have been just curiosity that piqued your interest and clicked and add your information, right? But then 2 years down the line, you go, hey, you know what, I am interested in that now. Let me reply to this guy, because you have a smart plan that is now once a month reaching out to them, just saying, hey, I'm still here if you're interested, blah, 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 right?
Right.
Yeah. So to
That
create,
makes sense.
yeah, to create the ads, we're going to come up into this top right-hand corner here where it says create a new campaign. We're doing social ad paid, right? And it's going to bring up a whole category of what you're trying to do, right? Are you advertising somebody's listing for exposure? Are you trying to attract listings? Are you trying to make yourself aware to other people out there, right? Your web page, you know, getting your face seen by people in a certain radius, or do you have other intentions? What is your ad geared toward, right? You're going to enter in the name of your campaign. So for instance, if you were to be advertising somebody's listing, right? If it was 123 Main Street in Yardley, my personal preference, I name my campaign the address of the ad. So that way, when you receive the lead in your contacts, right, somebody clicks on it, enters all their information, it's going to automatically put them as a contact in your contacts of command, right? So when you click on that contact, the timeline on the right-hand side, you're going to be able to see lead captured from campaign 123 Main Street, Yardley, right? So what that's doing is allowing you to add that person to a neighborhood monthly, a monthly watch, right? You may not necessarily have the address on where they live, but you know where they were interested in, right? You know that they were interested in Yardley, so now you can set them up on a monthly neighborhood nurture for information on properties in Yardley, right? Again, making yourself valuable, giving them information, you know that is where they were searching, where they were looking based off of them giving you the information from the ad. So you're gonna enter in 123 Main Street or whatever the name of the ad is. Let's see where you would get those from, right? You can open up your Bright dashboard. Okay, whoever that is, please mute your mic.
What?
All right, I muted everybody. So if somebody needs to talk, you're gonna need to unmute and then ask your question. So you come into your Bright dashboard, right? You're gonna come to search over here at directory, offices, the office name, easy, right? Just put in Langhorne. Keller Williams Langhorne is gonna pop up. Click on the results. Here is our office. View office members or our office's listings, right? If you are looking for a specific person's listing, you can go by the office members, or you can just go all office listings. And now you can see all of the active listings for our office. If there is a particular property that you're looking for or a particular area, you can search by those areas, right? Let's just say, we'll go with, we'll just click on this one for the time being, right? So 29 Mill Drive in Levittown. You want the MLS number, right? So you copy the MLS number, come back into this area. If you wanted to advertise the listing, you can advertise the listing. I've been doing a lot of research, and different people do the way that they run their ads differently, obviously, right? You could do it any way you prefer. I've been doing a lot of research on forums and Facebook pages, and I've been seeing that most people are getting the best leads by doing attract buyer. And the reason and the theory behind this is because if you want listings to survive in real estate, right? You want that to be your end goal, is to get as many listings as possible. The theory behind doing an attract buyers is people need to sell their home before they buy, right? So you're going to get the best warm leads for listings through attracting the buyers. So again, for this purposes, 129 Mill Drive. Do you want it to be on Facebook, on Twitter, or on Instagram, right? I've only been doing Facebook. I have been seeing better and better results with people doing both Facebook and Instagram. I have not tried to run anything through Twitter at the moment. So what I'll do is let's say, I'm just going to do Facebook. Attract the buyer. And now we want to set up the campaign. So you already have the name here. You already have the goal here, right? That's why it's already minimized for you. No listing has been selected, right? So now we click on add a listing. You're just going to work your way down this sheet here. It's basically a workbook, right? You can do by property address, or you can do by the listing agent. But what we're going to do is by MLS number, right? So we click, make sure there's no spaces before or after. And right now it's saying no records found. And the reason that it's saying no records found is because on this right-hand side, you're having only my listings. You want this to reflect all listings, right? So now that property pops up. This is what we're going to be running our ad off of. We're going to select the property. It's going to ask you to preview the image that you want to use. Okay, so we're going to actually change this media and how this is worded, and to make this more appealing for people to actually stop and look at the property. So again, the ad text, right? You come down to the next step, configure the ad text, the main copy, right? We don't want to use a whole bunch of details. We want to keep it short, sweet, simple, and to the point, right? Something that catches their eye. We don't want this to ever get to the part where it says click here to read more, right? You want to get as many details as you can that are to the point of the property without making somebody have to click to open up more. You can look at the ad text. I'm just trying to see where it would be good. I think we can even start. Let's start with this. We're going to copy that. Right, that looks pretty good. And brand new neutral paint and carpeting throughout. That's a good point as well. And I think we'll leave it at that, right? What we want to do is, you'll notice here is a couple of emojis, right? And I know somebody spelled neutral incorrectly. So let's do throw a stop sign in here, right? Can you find a stop sign? No. You want to make this as appealing as possible to somebody, right? The younger generations love to text with a bunch of emojis, but it's also eye-catching. So as somebody is scrolling through their Facebook feed and they see this, it's something that is more likely for people to do in their everyday posts, right? Having these emojis and things pop up. So adding a few of those into your ad is eye-catching, right? You click on the emoji here, you can search what you're looking for. I don't know if anything for, there we go, kitchen. We'll do a fork and a knife. Don't know, again, you're gonna have to play around to kind of see what comes up. So that's it. I'm going to leave it at that for right now. Two lines, short and sweet. It's a part of the description from the MLS, right? The more information that you give people without them having to enter in their information and click on your ad, the less likely it is you're going to get a lead from your ad. If you give them everything with a ton of pictures and all the information, what is there left for them to need to click on the ad for, right? So just giving them something short and sweet. What do we want to put as the headline here? We want to put, let's see. I guess even Jubilee with great curb appeal, right? That seems like it could be eye-catching. Let's see. You want to, like I said, look through the ads, see what is eye-catching. You can add again a large description. You can put in as much as you want, but you're wanting to prompt them for a call to action, right? That's why we're going to have the learn more and a redirect for a Facebook form. So going through this step by step, you have the name, you have the current listing that we're using. We're editing and changing the ad text. You're always going to be able to see the preview on the right-hand side here. Facebook ad, let's configure the Facebook ad. This is where you need to have a Facebook business page in order for this to work properly, right? So this is the account that we're using. If you have multiple accounts, you would select from the drop-down menu. If you had multiple pages, you would select from the multiple pages where you want it to be posted from, right? We're going to use my real estate page. You always want to use a Facebook lead generation form. And the reason for that is, first, we're running the ad through Facebook and through Command, right? So Command, if you were to just go and create your Facebook ad by itself, not using Command, that's fine. You would still be able to create your ad and put it out into the Facebook world and have that sphere of people be able to see the ad. But you're going to get more exposure by using Command because Facebook is registering it as one single account, right, from Keller Williams Real Estate International. So because KWRI puts out so many posts and spends so much money on the ads, it's putting you into the mix a little bit more frequently and ahead of all those algorithms that individual businesses on a smaller scale are doing, because we're coming from a larger account and it's getting you maximum exposure, right?
Ted,
yes.
How do we pay for this?
So that'll be at the very end. Once you create and set this all up, it'll ask for payment details.
Okay.
So we'll get to that in time. Using the Facebook lead generation form, the reason that we want to use the Facebook lead generation form over creating a landing page is because Facebook already has a majority of people's information, such as emails and telephone numbers, saved into their account, right? So when they click on the information, the call to action, their information is already going to be there. And it's just one step less that they have to do with filling in information by just now clicking submit, because it already filled it in for them, right? If you create a landing page with a contact form, they now have to sit there and type in their name, type in their email address, type in their telephone number. And it's more likely that you're going to get less accurate information than if you just use the Facebook lead generation form to begin with, right? So just leave this. Now your call to action. What button do you want there? Or do you want them for signing up for something? Are you running an ad where they now need to apply for something? We're just going to do learn more. When they click on the learn more, you can choose where you want them to go to, right? Do you want to direct them to your app? Do you want to direct them to your personal landing pages at this point that they're filling in their information, right? They're learning more. They're filling in their information. Once they fill in the information, where are you sending them next, right? Did you create a custom list of properties from Bright? You know, downloadable PDFs. Do you have your own personal website that you want to direct them to? That's kind of what I tend to do. I come into available listings from the property that I post for my personal website, or just my homepage for my personal website, right? So we'll do available listings. Actually, you know what? We're going to do my KW search site. The follow-up destination will be the KW search site. So now they can search around and look at properties. You want to use custom settings, right? So who are we trying to target? Do you want to target the people that are in your database? Do you want to target a specific audience, right? So location is.
Ted, can I stop you for a second?
Yeah.
I lost you there for, you said send them to KW search.
Right, your agent site, your agent site. Like if I did a class the other day on your agent site, creating your agent site. So I'm sending them to a redirect for my KW agent site, and it's going to send them right to my branded landing page, right? So now when they're looking to search more properties, of course it's not going to load, right? It's going to send them to my page, and now they can type in neighborhoods. They can type in where they want to look at properties, and everything will be branded to me, and I'm front of mind because I'm the listed agent. It's my site, right? They're seeing tedlarson.kw.com. So this is where I'm sending them to.
I got you. All right.
Okay. Now, because this is, I believe it was 19056 part of Levittown, right? 19056. Oh, why is that not coming up? We'll just do Levittown, Pennsylvania, right? What radius do you want to do? I've seen people, again, with varying results. Some people put 5 miles, or I believe it only goes down to 15 maybe. Yeah, some people put 15 miles. I've seen people put upwards of 50 miles. Whatever you feel you want to target, right? Let's just try. I'll try this ad at 30. Oh, let's go 40 miles, right? Hopefully that we are appealing to some people in New Jersey as well that are tired of the taxes, and they want to move to a similar type of a property from maybe Mount Laurel or Morristown or you know, Cherry Hill, something where they have these kind of almost looking like a split level, appealing to these types of families. So picking 40 miles, I mean, that's way further than Mount Laurel. That's only like 18 miles away, but still appealing to the masses, right? We're going to get more impressions, more exposure. You don't want to go too far because you don't want to not be able to take care of the clients because you put 120 miles away, and now they click on the link and they want to come see the property. Now are you going to drive the 120 miles to go do your consultation to get the business, to meet with them, and then maybe they found something closer that they want to see? Are you able to service that area? You know, keep it realistic. You can add or change interests. Now at this area, if you wanted to appeal to people who have been searching through Zillow, right? You can click, I want to appeal to people that are having the interest of Zillow. Now, again, varying results. From what I read, and I'm going to try it on this particular ad that I run, I'm not going to add any interests. I'm going to allow Facebook to use its own algorithms as to where a realtor page should go within 40 miles of my area, right? So I'm not going to add in anything, but you can refine your audience here, right? If you want it to appeal to people who are lawyers or to science, you know, whatever it is that you want to appeal to, you would click on add interest and then type in the box what it is you're trying to target. Save your Facebook ad. Okay, now we're moving down the line here to the budget. This is where we're going to get into how long we want the ad to run, when we want to add the ad to run. So we'll start it on the 1st. That's a Wednesday. And I'm going to run it for 5 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll run it until, well, if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'll run it until the 5th. So we'll run it from Wednesday through the weekend. 4 days. And what is your total budget? What do you want to spend per day, right? You use this little toggle bar on your budget. I'm going to bring it down to $2 a day. You can go as low as $1 a day. So if you just wanted to test something out for a couple of days and only spend $5, that's what a lot of the majority of the ads that I've run are, you know, single dollar per day. So 4 days, $2 a day. Right. We'll go through the weekend. We'll make it an even $10. Save your duration and budget. Now this was already checked off, add media, but you can see it still says configure over here because it automatically picked this photo. But when you click on configure the ads media, it's going to take you to all of the listing photographs for that particular property, right? So you can do the images, right? If you didn't like that image, you can delete the image and select the media for the campaign. Again, varying results, but a lot of the census has come to they are getting a great amount of leads based off of an interior photograph highlighting a feature or a remodel, right? So because that had said, what did it say? Expanded, right? This looks like it's showing the expansion in the back with part of the kitchen. Let me pick that. It's going to ask me to crop it to fit the image properly. It already centers it. I mean, that looks pretty good right there where it's at. If you wanted to bring it down or up to highlight something a little bit better, but I think that was pretty good. You can see the stone wall looks like in the background here, right? A little seating area for the kitchen. You know, recessed lighting. You know, we're getting some of that in there. So I'm going to save that image as the main image for the ad. You're going to select your DBA logo. You want to make sure that you have your Keller Williams Real Estate logo on the ad. Do you want it on the left-hand side? Do you want it on the right-hand side? And then each office independently owned and operated. That's the including my owner statement. I think that looks pretty good that way. Use the high resolution images. If the image that you were trying to use was not suitable for the ad, this would be red and it would make you select a new image because it's just not going to look professional. The quality of the photograph is not going to appear well during that ad. If you're running on multiple platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, you may get this as well because it may be good for Facebook, but it might not be good for Instagram or vice versa. So that's why I tend to only run my ad for one particular type of platform. If you wanted to do multiple ads, you could run the same ad, duplicate the ad, and just run it on Instagram. for $1 a day. You know, it's going to do the same thing by splitting the cost over the two platforms for the duration of the day. Once you have it the way that you like it, you're going to save your media. Now you can see that that configure button has gone, right? Everything has a green check mark next to it, right? And now we're going to get into publishing the campaign and paying for the campaign, right? So when you click on publish, you have if you don't already have a saved credit card in here, it will ask you to enter your information for your saved payments. If you wanted to add a new card or a new payment, you would click on add new. If it's not showing up after you add it, click refresh to make sure that it is in the box. Select what card you want to use to pay for your payment, and then you're going to click create the campaign. So now that's going to create this I did not get the chance to see what that said at the top here. There have been little glitches and hiccups and people mentioning that they're getting an error. If you don't get a confirmation email that this had been created and gone through, just wait a few minutes and try again. Don't right off the bat keep trying and trying and trying, and next thing you know, you publish this ad 4 times, 5 times. Even if that was the case and that happened, you would be able to come into your campaign section. A non-well-formed numeric value. I didn't see the rest of it. I'm not exactly sure what error that is happening at the moment, but let's see. Track buyers, that's good. I'm gonna pause the recording for just a moment. But is there any questions as far as how to go in and create this campaign?
No, I liked it. I think it was good. Well explained.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's fairly straightforward. Like I said, take into consideration the little tips and tricks. You know, try running the same exact ad for, 3 days. One that is extremely detailed, right, with a ton of information, read more and multiple photos. Run the same exact ad, short and sweet with some emojis, making them want to click the ad, right? This isn't really giving them a whole lot. They see a kitchen or a photograph that they like. Try one with an exterior photograph, try one with an interior photograph. See what works best for your particular demographic and your targeted area, your radius, who you're trying to target. Are you targeting people from Zillow, from Realtor.com? Are you just leaving it blank and letting Facebook's algorithms do it for it, on its own? Once you run through this entire list and you're ready to go, you click on Publish Campaign, make sure all your information is correct, and create campaign. As I said, at the moment, I'm running into an error. I'm going to leave this up on my page for a few and make sure that I get a receipt. If I don't receive the receipt, I will attempt to go through and click Create Campaign again to see that this ad is now run. Because it's not even letting me save it at the moment, and I don't know, it could be just maybe because there's a third-party app like Zoom running in the background. I haven't tried to create this with Zoom running, but I will keep you posted when it goes through. I will take this video and I will put it up on my webpage for reference so that anybody that has any questions can refer back to the video or just reach out to me on Facebook as well. I have in-office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9:30 to 4:30. So if you need any questions resolved at that time, again, shoot me a message. You can text me, Facebook message, email, whatever you need to do to get in touch with me. More than welcome or more than happy to sit down and go over anything with one-on-one. If you need more information or a little bit better explanation as to how to run your campaign ad. But that's it. If there's no further question, you guys and girls are free to go. I appreciate you coming, and that's it.
Thanks, Ted. Good class.
Not a problem. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it.